Hi. Nearly threw up then. Hi. Hi. Happy Monday. Hope everybody's alright. Jeff's here, look at my neighbour. Look at Jeff. Oh, he stinks so bad. Oh, he's completely on his last legs, like. And Jeff goes, I'm going to be so sad. But he's getting so old now, and it's quite funny in some ways, but I've never experienced a pet dying. I mean, I have, but I was never allowed a cat or a dog or anything like that as a kid, so the guinea pigs died and stuff, but this year, like, all of the pets died in the last, few months. It was like, my mum's cat, Stompy, bless, he died a couple of months ago, and a snake died, 2 rabbits died, my hamster died as well, all within, like 2 years, but I don't think it's like the soul of a dog, is it? Like, so many times I've looked into Jeff's eyes and seen the man he is. Oh, and he's got poorly eye and everything. Poor Jeff. But yeah, so like usually he's sort of anxiously knocking around everyone, but nowadays you just find him like literally on his side, sleeping in one of the quiet places, aren't you? Hey dear. Anyway, how is everybody? I hope everyone's alright. I wanted to do a video because I don't even know. I don't know. I've had other things going on, And I think without anyone's personal shit going on as well, just being alive in 2020 is enough to fucking, push you into a hermit mode sometimes, innit? But the phone business, I've still not got a phone, so it's been nearly 3 weeks, but I'm trying to sort it out because I do need one, and the quandary I've got is, it's like I really didn't want a smartphone. My last video as well, it was like, I'm not going to get one for the foreseeable, hopefully not forever, and then like 3 weeks later I'm like, shit, could do the phone. But because it had smashed and broken and switched off, I just left it and I didn't pay my bill, I didn't know it was due, blah 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 blah. So when I finally borrowed someone else's phone yesterday to make some contact with fucking EE, it was a lot of money that I had to pay, and then it would have been £100 insurance on top of that, to get my new handset or whatever. And so I was just like, can I just pay a little bit of the bill and I'll get back to you? Oh God. Yeah, I was just like, fuck's sake, because he said to me, he was like, oh, you're out of contract, you can have an upgrade, then you don't even need to pay £100 excess or whatever, you can just get a brand new phone. And I was just so tempted, to just be like, oh yeah, brand new sparkly phone, like even better than the one I've had before. And I've been due an upgrade for ages, but I don't do anything about it. Yeah, but anyway, the point is, I've been missing the instant contact with my 3 little friends. And this is Scott's Feather, and I really miss you guys. Oh, I felt like I wanted to cry a little bit then. Yeah, so I've really felt like, annoyingly, because it's like, you can't get, look at me crying about missing my friends, how funny. You can't do certain things without a phone, can you? And it's like, it's so fucking annoying. I can't believe I'm crying about this 4 minutes in. I'm due on the blob, so that might be why. And plus it's a full moon and I should let it out. But yeah, feeling a little bit vunners, we say vunners, like vulnerable. And just not being able to have like instant, not even support, because I'm not one of those that would reach out anyway, but, just instant connection with, your soul tribe, like your family. And yeah, just a bit of silliness like that you can do with the old phones. you know, gifs and memes and shit like that. Yeah, so I was like, first sort of week or two, it really readjusted me and I was feeling really good. And then, you know, if like, you know, things get a bit rocky and whatnot, and I was just like, damn it, you know, damn it. I wanted the phone, so I'm gonna sort that out. It's just my quandary. This is the quandary. It's like, do I get the free glittery gift that's been offered to me? You know, it's like, ooh, you can have a brand new free phone. So why don't you do it? And there's part of me, it's like, feels like a test. You know, it's like, I don't want a high contract or a 1 or 2 year contract anyway. So it's like, that sort of takes me out of it. That makes the decision easier, doesn't it? But yeah, it was like, yeah, I don't know, I'm so strange. I just think, you know, I've really got to the point now where it's like I can no longer contain myself, if you know what I mean. It's like I am who I am, and it all wants to come out. How funny, fucking hell. Yeah, but like in a really nice sort of release of freedom as well. It's like who I am is like super nice, super cool anyway. So it's like I love myself, I do. I love myself, and I want everybody to love themselves. And it doesn't look like I love myself now, does it? But I want everybody to love themselves, and I want everybody to be who they are. And I really hope for the day, like, in the world where everybody can just be who they are without problems, you know, without judgments and labels and misunderstandings and entanglements and, you know, the duality that the separation of life brings. And yeah, I'm just sort of, I can feel myself coming out now. And over the last few weeks, I've just really realised a few things. And I don't, you know, it feels like in my heart, I'm much closer to knowing where I'm going, you know, to know what I'm here for and what I should be doing. And to some people, it's too much and it's too, you know, weird or fringe or whatever, you know. I seem to make people uncomfortable sometimes. But I shouldn't feel sorry for myself, because it's like I come on here and I'm so bloody lucky. Like, I just chat shit into it, and this is all I've ever done from the start. And you can look back at my videos, they're just the same. It's just me chatting shit, and I've got like 500 odd subscribers, and you know, I get a decent amount of people listening to me and supporting me, and I'm like, thank you, you know, thank you. But also, it's like it's predominantly it's for me to me, and really a lot of the time it doesn't feel anymore like anyone's listening to me. I've gone past that point. I give no shit. It's like, I think, you know, this sort of crazy time that we're going through now, and this word, the buzzword of the moment, you know, acquiesce and acquiescing and stuff, and I will not fucking do that. And not just about wearing a mask or, you know, sort of slowly bending over for someone else's bullshit. You know, I've never been that person anyway. And it's like the time is now. The time is now, and it's not the time for anger and revenge. It's the time to stand up. To stand up in your strength, you know, because if you're anything like me, and I'm sure anybody who's on this journey is, we don't fear death. We don't fear death, and we fear our own power, strangely enough, you know. And yeah, we came here for this. We can do this. We don't need to be dickheads about anything, but I think the time is coming for us all to just stand up, be who we are, and emanate these powerful emissions, these frequencies of compassion and empathy. And we can cry for the world, we can cry for the people around us, we can cry for everything, and there is a transmutation in that. And it feels like, yeah, it feels like I'm getting ready to really fully embrace myself, and I'm way more woo-woo, you know, than I even like to admit to myself. and I don't mean like, you know, I'm not putting myself down, but I'm very not, I'm just not interested in the material world. Like, I want it to be good for everybody, I want to enjoy certain pleasures and stuff, but it's like my mind, my philosophy, my chat, my heart, everything resides more on an invisible level, you know, on an energetic level. Yeah, so like I'm just not impressed by much, and I mean, you know, in the material world, things don't really impress me. They never really have. I've never been impressed by labels or power or greed or money or any of this fancy stuff, and that's good, because I feel like, you know, in some ways everything's getting stripped from everybody anyway. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, you know, it's like I'm really realising that I think I'm going to be like wanting to study astrology for as long as it takes me to feel like, you know, I can be an astrologer. and I want to continue painting, and I want to get better. I want to have more time to do it with more care. The postal service has just changed over here, annoyingly again, so to send, they've put like a cap on the size, like the size is 90 centimetres, which is nothing, is it? You know, it's 3 little rulers, and I like to paint big pictures, and yeah, so anything over height plus width plus times width times depth or whatever, plus over 90 centimetres, you've got these extortionate prices now. It's like 100% rise from what it was, and I've got a couple of little, they're only little, thank fuck, but you know, the cheapest I can send the little ones is £30, and it can take, you know, 4 to 6 weeks, and I don't want that, you know. I want to paint for people. I want them to get it quickly, and I want to, yeah. So I'm rethinking everything. I'm wondering about, you know, like wall tapestries, or doing it on some, you know, canvas that's not stretched and, you know, already made. I don't know what I'm doing, to be fair. You know, I just started this a few months ago, so I've got to try and sort of get a bit of a business head on, really, and I've got lots of ideas. I've just got to action them, and I'm not very good at that. Usually I sort of wait back, and I think I'm always sort of holding out for an opportunity to present itself to me, rather than me creating the opportunity myself. So I think that's the change, and that's where the change is going to be. That's what's coming for me. And I've just got to embrace it, you know. I'm really understanding that my body needs a good sort of overhaul. I need to take care of myself more, bit of stretching. You know, I don't do yoga, I can barely touch my fucking toes. I'm more of a impact, you know, what do you call them? Athlete rather than a gymnast, you know, but I can feel tension in my body, and yeah, achy, and yeah, so singing always gets me out of a funk, and I watched this video with this guy yesterday. Yeah, it was great. I just followed his moves, shaking about and pulling funny little faces, and yeah, I really felt the energy shifting in me, and so I've got to do that a little bit more, and yeah, so I just got myself stressed out, you know, over the last few weeks, and just being like, feeling like the pressure was coming in, and I wasn't quite able to pop out. But it's like, it really does, it feels like now's the time to just sort of be who you are. It's like today, you know, I've been avoiding going to the shops for ages, and if I have, I've not worn a mask. I've just gone in, and yesterday, because it's August now, and the 2 kids and the dad, 3 little lions here, so it's birthday season, plus my dad as well, and my brother's little boy, loads of birthdays. So I went to do a little bit of birthday shopping yesterday with my mum, and yeah, we got there, and she pulled out a box of masks. She pulled out a box of surgical masks, and I'd been away with her a couple of weeks prior, and same sort of thing there. There was no masks around there, but we got on a bus, and she was really mad at me that I wouldn't put a mask on, and Yeah, so we had a bit of a, not massive, but a little bit of a to-do yesterday because I said, I'm not wearing a mask. And I was being nice, you know, and laughing. I said, you can fucking walk in front of me if you want, stay in the fucking car if you want, or whatever, but I'm not putting a mask on. And I'm not going to cause a fuss either. If somebody asks me to put one on, then I'll decide what I'll do. But up until that point, I'm just carrying on as normal. Um, Decide what to do in terms of, do I leave the shop or do I, you know, speak and whatever. Um, so she was just fucking livid with me, and I was trying to talk to her about it. She was telling me about how she was reckless in when she was young and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I know you were. Like, that was like the best bit about you. Like, what the fuck happened to you? Why are you acquiescing? Why are you? And she's like, it's just a very easy life when you're older. And I'm like, seriously, you know, because it's like, for me, it's so offensive, but it shouldn't be. This is, again, it's my problem. I shouldn't let anyone around me bother me or their perceptions or their opinions of anything. The same as, you know, I don't like it when I bother others. But I'm like, you know, in my heart, I'm like, oh, what are you here for? What are you here for? You're here to slowly bend over for an easy life. She's like, when you get older, you just want an easy life. And I'm like, I don't. I want the life, you know. And that definitely does not involve bending over. And the thing is, you know, a lot of it is just